Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and right now I'm in my bathroom because I want to have some nasty bathroom talk with you. And it's all about one of the most popular seats in the RV, which is this little guy down here. The good old RV toilet. Now this is a typical RV toilet, which is different in a regular household toilet in that there is no tank of water above it or anywhere else, because it flushes in a completely different way. And one issue in using an RV toilet is that it's really important that whenever you use it, at least for number 2, is that you have a lot of liquid in it when you flush it. If it flushes a little too dry, then it can cause it clogging up somewhere along the plumbing lines. So the question is, where and how do you get this water in the toilet when it's not already naturally there? Well, there's 2 ways. One way is that if you press on the flush pedal very lightly, then it will fill up with water. And the water that fills up into the toilet is water coming from your fresh water tank. The same water that you use to make your tea and coffee with. Now, if you're in an RV park or someplace where you are plugged into outside water source or you have unlimited access to water, then that's fine. This is what you want to do on a regular basis. However, if you do not have a free unlimited water source, then you may want to conserve your fresh water. And one way to do that is to put liquids into the toilet that is not from your freshwater tank. And there are various ways to do that. So the second way to get water into the toilet, or any liquids into the toilet, is to pour some right into it. And there is various ways to do that. Now, one way is to use water from the shower, and you would only do that when you're getting ready to take a shower and you want to warm up the water. When the water comes out cold when you first turn it on, and then after a minute or 2, then the water from the hot water tank starts coming through and you've got your hot water. So you can, assuming that you've got a shower head like this that comes off, then you can just put the shower head down into the toilet and put water there. Now that's not going to give you much water. Like I said, it only takes about a minute or so for the water from the shower to warm up. So that would work on occasion, but not on a basis where you're using the toilet a few times a day. So other ways to get liquids into the toilet. One way is to get a bucket and go outside to your gray tank drain and just fill up water into a bucket. And then bring that bucket here into the bathroom. You might want to transfer that water from the bucket into a gallon jug that you can keep here by the toilet with a lid on it. And then, when you need to, you just pour some in. Now, another thing is that when you flush the toilet, the water pump is going to start running, and it puts a little bit of water into the toilet while you're flushing. You can hear that. You really cannot avoid more water coming into the toilet when you're just simply flushing, unless you turn the water pump off. And there's a water pump switch right here. So once that leaks out, Then, when you press on the flush pedal, then it opens, but it doesn't put any water in, and so that way you're not wasting fresh water. Now, another way of getting liquids into the toilet is to do it a more natural way. Now, with the bucket and the gray water, that's fine, except you'll find yourself going outside to filling up that bucket once or twice a day. Not so bad, but it's a little bit of an annoyance. So another way is to have a bottle like this sitting by your toilet. And this is just a laundry detergent bottle that I completely used and cleaned out. And you see this cap here? And you see what's in there? That is urine. So what you can do, which is what I typically do when I need to urinate several times a day, is I'll do it right into that bottle. And then, well, when the bottle gets full, sometimes I'll just pour some into the toilet to lower the water level, the urine level of the bottle. But when you need water to do flushing, when you've done a number 2 into the toilet, then you just simply take off the cap and pour it right into there. And that, I think, is the most efficient way and most water conservative way of getting liquids into the toilet, which, like I said, you really need to do whenever you're doing a number 2 flushing. Now, that works great for guys. Not so great for women. However, there is another thing that looks like this, and it is actually called a urinal, a portable urinal. And this cap just simply comes off, and you have a pretty good size opening there. But again, that's for guys. But now, when you buy one of these portable urinals, it comes with an adapter that fits onto here that has a big oval shaped opening that screws onto here so that women can use it. I've never tried that. I don't know how well it works, but it's a way that women can do the same thing that men can do a little more conveniently. Now, this bottle is much smaller, so it's only good for maybe one use. I haven't seen any that are any larger urinal bottles like that. There may be some out. And you can buy those on Amazon, or you can buy them at any camping supply store, or maybe even the camping supply section in a Walmart or other large store like that. And I used to use this portable urinal a lot in past years when I would go tent camping, so that I wouldn't have to get outside of the tent in the middle of the night. That's generally what it is designed for. It's also good to have in your car. Keep it handy in your car, so when you need to urinate, you can just pull off to the side of the road and do it right there in the car, so you don't have to get out of the car. And especially if you need to go without being close enough to a place where you can actually go to a restroom or somewhere, you can stop just about anywhere and pull out your little portable urinal, and within a few minutes you're on your way. Now, of course, you can also just urinate right into the toilet, especially if it's just before you're going to do a number 2 also. But I don't like to do that several times a day because it does splatter all over the bowl, and I'd rather not clean it up several times a day. So it's much more convenient to just pee in the bottle, and then once the bottle gets full, you pour it into the toilet, and that way it doesn't stain up the whole bowl. And another problem with these RV toilets is that they're not like regular toilets, in that you have, when you flush it, you have water coming out all the way around the rim, which helps clean it as the water goes down to the center. The water here just simply comes up just right from the bottom there. It's not coming from the sides where you get some automatic cleaning. Well, folks, I hope this has helped give you some ideas how to use the RV toilet, and most importantly, how to conserve water when conserving water is important to you. If you're out boondocking or you're out someplace where you don't have plugged into water and you're going to be there for quite a while, then you may want to be conserving water. And like I said, a good way to conserve water to begin with is to not waste any fresh water down your toilet. Good day, folks.